I love this one here. So, like, not even kidding you guys, this particular board got a few people into the hobby that, like, I am not like acquaintances with. They saw me look at the smaller version of this one here, and they instantly wanted to get into the hobby. Like, they were like, you can get cute stuff like this. So they ended up picking up this. I think they ended up keeping the switches that came on this, but they did swap the switches, which was fun. Which, I'm gonna be honest, the keycaps or whatever, but at least they're in theme. But this particular model here is actually such a cute project from Yunzii. I would actually love to see this done in something a bit more like with premium materials. I think that would be super cool. I've seen a lot of hate for this board on Reddit. I feel like Reddit does this thing where they just hate things blindly because it doesn't suit like their general aesthetic of things. If it was for like a valid reason, then I'd say like, sure. I mean, dude, different strokes for different folks type thing, you know? This is why I don't post on Reddit anymore. But yeah, a full-size board of this was not something I expected them to come out with, but again, about $100, 102 with the sale going on. Okay, we need to unbox this together. This is where Yunzii shines, okay? This is their shining products, I feel, is their cutesy stuff. Hey man, I'm a sucker for this stuff too, okay? I like a good unboxing experience. I like getting a lot of stuff in my board for whatever reason. I think it's fun. I'm a sucker for this kind of thing. I hope this is the exact same experience as the last one we opened. It is. I love this. So you get a little card, which I think you can actually use. Let's see, is it the same as last time? So they give you a little manual, they give you another little manual. This is like an empty birthday card you can give to someone, which low-key is another reason why I think this is such a good gift. You get a pack of stickers. It makes me wonder how much this board actually costs.
I'm a sucker for you.
I mean, the stickers are not even like bad either. They're actually like hella cute. This is like a good... My kid would lose her mind if she got this. You get a mouse pad, which also is really cool. Again, not for me. I'm sure this is not for a lot. I just think this is a really good experience to like unbox this and get all this fun stuff. Some extra keycaps. What should I eat tonight? I can't decide. What options you got? Also, thank you, OTYTY. I'm also a sucker for you. This is an infinitely better unboxing experience than some of the cheaper dropship stuff on Amazon. Absolutely, I agree. There is some like extras in here and cables in here, which we can go through. It's nothing important though. Just like the standard peripheral stuff you get with the peripheral. And then here's the board, which I hope this operates the exact same way as last time. Maybe it is my style, Oz, and I'm just trying to overcompensate. Yeah, it is. Okay, so you get the USB receiver in the foot. So on the other one that I still have of this, my girlfriend loves it, by the way. We still have the stickers. These peeled off. The receiver in the foot is peak. And then this is the part that I really liked about this board, because I didn't expect... I hope it does the same thing. I think so. Does it do the same thing as last time? It does. It has RGB all around it. It's good. This is fantastic. Same problem as the other keyboard though. Same problem as the first iteration of this, or I guess the other size, I should say. You can't open this. And I know because I tried. You cannot open this nicely. It is kind of a pain in the ass to open. So just keep that in mind. But it is pretty. It is a cute looking keyboard. The other thing too that I wasn't super keen on, I think my girlfriend felt the same way. I think she felt, and again, I'm going to speak on her experience here a little bit. I think she didn't love these keycaps. So the keycaps are a little bit of a different profile. So you can see from the side over here, it's very flat. So this might be a bit of a turnoff for some people as the profile of these. And also the legends. I think the legends are perfectly fitting of this theme, but some people don't like centered legends. But this keyboard does make it so it's like really thocky. That's where this like really shines, is it's like hella deep. So I'll show you guys what I mean right now. The thok is quite pleasant. Here's what no desk pad sounds like. Yeah, you know, actually, if I remember correctly, the last spacebar sounded a little bit better. I think it's just this particular, we can try a different spacebar too. I think it's just a particular spacebar. I think it's this material and probably the shape of it too that's causing it to be a bit more thuddy. I don't particularly love the spacebar. I'll be honest, this sound profile is not really for me, but I see a lot of people like loving this. It has that like really deep kind of plasticky foamy sound, which is kind of fun in a lot of ways. Yeah, the alphas are cool. How would you achieve this sound profile in a traditional keyboard? A little bit of foam and honestly, probably these keycaps. Keycaps actually provide a pretty big difference in sound depending on what you get, you know? More spherical keycaps can lead to more of this kind of like, what would you guys even call this sound signature? Thocky, sort of like open sound signature. So it's most likely a combination of like the foam, more so though, the keycaps. A little bit more resonant, yeah. Switches and this one here are gonna be, I mean, yeah, so they have sandwich foam, they have switch sound pad foam, sound enhancement PET foam, and they have a silicone layer at the bottom. And again, you can even see, just to show you guys, just so you guys can see what I mean. This is, again, my only real gripe with some of these keyboards. Again, I understand who they're sold to. You can see right from this breakdown image, right at the bottom piece of plastic, you can see where everything is kind of clipped together. So this is not going to be one of those things where you can just take it apart to have fun with it, in case you love the shell of the keyboard. And these also have the Milk V2s, or the Candies, which I think these are the same switch. Let's see. Actually, no, these are Candy switches. I'm wrong. They are indeed Candy switches. It looks so edible. It does look a little bit edible, huh? It's basically a mattress inside. It does have adjustable feet. It does have a 10,000 milliamp battery. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much like, for all these stuff you're getting in here, this is like the ultimate gift keyboard. Literally the ultimate gift keyboard for someone who wants something like this. Oh yeah, these are MOA keycaps. Yeah, I'm actually curious. I would love to see how a different spacebar profile sounds on this board. Oh, dude. To me, this sounds infinitely better. It's the, like I said, guys, it's such a sad thing because, yeah, I don't hate like the look and feel of some of these spherical ones. These ones in particular, I'm not a fan of, I'll be honest. But other ones like SA, MT3, but all of those end up kind of sounding just whatever. I don't know. Spherical keycaps are hard to get right. Just to clarify, I actually really do like Yunzii products. I want to look more at Yunzii's like enthusiast line though, or just like more, I guess, traditional lineup of keyboards. I always have a lot of fun doing those and doing rebuilds. And I feel like I'd also have a lot of fun doing rebuilds on these if Yunzii decided to not make it so the case had no screws. I feel like this would not be very difficult to incorporate something where you can just open this up. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of hiding places for the screws here. But it's okay. It is very, very cute. Yunzii is doing what they do best, I suppose. They do make some fun stuff. I always appreciate and enjoy taking a look at their stuff here. I mean, they're hot swap, and I want to point out that both of these keyboards are hot swappable. My issue, though, and speaking from someone who has a lot of experience when things go wrong, now, these are probably supported by a metric butt ton of foam underneath, but I am a person who likes to support hot swap sockets with my hands or with a very solid surface, so that when I'm pushing in a switch, it doesn't just like, you know, make the switch pop out. And sorry, not the switch, the socket. I am not too keen on, you know, redoing a whole board that you've personally purchased without taking out the PCB first. I'm a big advocate of that first. So, not ideal. It's not impossible, but not ideal, you know. Have a good one, everyone. Good night. Sleep well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.